most underrated weapons in the game. These weapons aren't really used as much as I think they should be used, but I love them. I think they're really good, and I've never seen them used in rank before, like been used in rank at all. And I played rank like 10 games today, and I didn't see a single one of these guns being used. So here we go. Actually, it's gonna be four. Yeah, I'll give four weapons that I think are underrated, not three. I'm gonna give four. My top four underrated weapons. So the fourth one is going to be the PDW. I think the PDW is actually a really good weapon. I like to strafe a lot and drop shot. And when you're using the PDW, your damage is not great. Therefore, your movement speed has to be spot on. I recommend using Skulker. I pretty much use this on all my aggressive classes. If I'm sitting back playing TDM, I do not use Skulker because it's useless. But if you're in the face of the enemy and you're like rushing around, you want a good close to medium range gun as well as good movement. Here's my loadout for the PDW. Light stock is a must if you're gonna strafe like I do. Light stock combined with Skulker, you strafe. You can honestly strafe as fast as you can sprint. It's kind of ridiculous. Mono suppressor for long range. It does have a lot of recoil. I don't know why because the PDW is not a great gun. I don't understand like about this game. So they make the guns that are really good have no recoil. For example, the DRH and the PP19. And they make guns that aren't very good have the most recoil. Someone explain to me how that makes any logical sense. Why does the PP19 not only is it the best SMG, but it has the least amount of recoil? It doesn't make any sense. Shouldn't you make a gun that's really good, like really good damage, have a lot of recoil? I don't understand about this game. But anyway, PDW, here's my loadout. Try it out. The third best or third most underrated weapon in the game is the RUS. I think the RUS is really good. Again, it's not good at longer ranges. Once you get past like 30, 40 feet, it's like your bullets don't hit. Kind of like the DRH. Like your bullets don't hit your target. So the bullet spur accuracy on this weapon is pretty god awful past like medium range. But close to medium range, it dominates. Mostly because the movement speed with this weapon. Do not use no stock. Use skeleton stock because it allows you to strafe faster. You can see it gives you 50% ADS movement speed as compared to only 7 for the no stock. This weapon is really, really broken up close. I mean, you can strafe super fast, faster than any SMG, I think, besides like the QQ9. But QQ9 is not that great anymore because they kind of nerfed it and gave it a little bit of aim shake. So here's my loadout for the RUS, really good. Okay, let's go on to what this is the second most underrated weapon, I think, in my opinion, in the game, AK-117. This gun is very unpopular. I went on Reddit and posted this loadout right here, and I got a lot of negative feedback. People are saying that loadout is trash. What are you doing using the AK-117? I think it's a really good weapon. The damage is decent. The recoil is pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. This loadout right here, because it has no stock, the recoil is pretty high, but I have to have no stock because I have mono suppressor and OWC marksman, both which decrease my ADS speed, right? So I have no choice but to use no stock. But here's my loadout. This is what I use to get legendary mostly. To get legendary, I only use two weapons. I use this loadout right here, as well as the DRH. This weapon is not very good for like a hard point if you're like gonna be on the hard point. But if you're playing like a medium-sized map, let's say like a firing range hard point, this is a very viable option. But on like a summit, I would never recommend you use this. The ADS speed is not the best, but it's really good balance weapon. Very underrated. Number one most underrated weapon in the game by far. I mean, I saw two videos today about people ranking the top assault rifles, and this was not even mentioned in their top 5. And I don't understand because in my opinion, besides the DRH, this is I think the second best. It could be the first best assault rifle in the game, but no one's using it. None other than the KN-44. Now, I haven't used the KN-44 since they nerfed it a while back, and it's been pretty trash. The recoil was inconsistent. Again, I don't understand why they make guns that don't have a lot of great damage have a lot of recoil. It doesn't make any sense because, like, you should give a gun that doesn't have great damage low recoil, right, to compensate for that. But I guess the creators and developers of this game don't have any common sense. But the KN-44 used to have really bad recoil, and the recoil is still not as good as like the KN-44. I mean, like DRH. Let's see, like the GKS, but the recoil is manageable. And use this loadout more as like a close to medium range. This is what I've been rocking. I used it in rank today. I think I got like 35 kills my first game on with this thing. Again, damage is decent. The movement speed is actually pretty good because I have Skulker. So I use Skulker on all my guns that I'm going to be aggressive with. I'm pretty aggressive with this. So if I'm playing Hardpoint, I'm an aggressive player. If I'm playing TDM or S&D, obviously you want damage. So you wouldn't use this. You would use, let's say, a QXR or something like that, or DRH. But Hardpoint, really good movement, pretty good medium range, good close range. This is the most underrated weapon, I think, by far, because this weapon is broken. I think because the movement speed combined with it just feels really nice. Like, a weapon that you have, the stats may say that it's not a good weapon, but it feels really nice. That's the KN-44. But thanks, guys, for watching the video. Hope you guys should try out my KN-44 loadout. I promise you will not regret it. Try this out, plus Skulker. I might make a video just on Skulker, because Skulker, as well as my other video I made last week, Overclock, two of the most underused perks in the entire game. I might do like a top 5 most underused or underrated perks in the game. Spoiler, Overclock will be on there because when you play a rank match, you want to get kills as quickly as possible. So having your operator skill faster than anyone in the game gives you that advantage, especially on Hardpoint. Skulker is amazing, especially combined with aggressive weapons like the QK9, QXR, every SMG, PDW, the Skulker, you can strafe so fast. Not only that, when you're reloading, you move faster when you're reloading. And in this game, movement speed, especially at legendary rank, that is everything. You cannot stay still and shoot someone. You will lose every gunfight. You have to strafe. You have to have good movement if you want to succeed in the higher ranks. So I recommend using Skulker on pretty much every gun in a Hardpoint. But TDM, S&D, you don't have to use it. But thanks guys for watching the video. If you guys have any video ideas, drop it in the description.